maybe you've taken a different path. But I feel like in these scenarios, like you've known who you are for a while. And again, our point is just you treat everybody with respect on the spectrum.
Yeah. There's a what is her name? I believe Pamela something, Dr. Pamela something. I will find the video, but she gives a TED Talk and she's transgender. And she talked about what it was like for her to become, to go through the transition later in life, like after she had children. She is a pastor, okay? She threw herself into her religion, trying to heal her soul, and trying to be, as godly as possible. And along the way, she said, and this quote stood out to me on every level. This applies to everyone. Authenticity, the call to authenticity has all the subtlety of a fire alarm.
I like that.
All the authenticity of a fire alarm. Like you can't ignore that forever.
Right. It is constantly there.
It is. There's nothing subtle about it. Like in your soul, if you feel completely out of sorts, you're never going to achieve true happiness. And that's heartbreaking that people would sacrifice their happiness for the sake of, be it, well, okay, if they choose to, fine. Like that's the thing. Ultimately, I feel like everyone's entitled to make their decisions based on how they feel. You know, if they truly want to live the church's teachings and choose celibacy or choose to live, without transitioning or whatever they choose, ultimately, whatever makes them happiest should happen. And they should feel safe and encouraged to do so. And so that was a massive thing for me too. Like, so a big thing while all of this was happening for Judy was that I was finding myself, like I was figuring out like, hey, I want to live authentically too. My daughter should be entitled, like she should live authentically. I should live authentically too. I should stop beating myself up for things that make me different, and it was really beautiful for me in my own journey. All of this, I mean, it's a horribly tragic and beautiful story, in that no child should ever feel that way. But because we went through that so young at the same time, I feel like the timing of it was pretty perfect in that she's young enough that she is able to transition before puberty. And that leads into, like, we can talk about the medical stuff, And
I actually,
back to her story.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off because we were actually just barely over our time. So yeah, I would love to possibly link some articles to that or invite you back to talk about that as well, because again, just this journey, like you said, it started out so terrible and beautiful, but yet you're just watching this child just find these things. I remember, sorry, I cut myself off. I remember my son's first birthday, planning his first birthday, and I was thinking to myself, oh, I wish I knew what he liked. Like, I wish, like, I did the theme, because I don't know what he likes. I'm picking out things that I think that are kind of correlated with his nursery or whatever theme I had in my head for him. That's what I'm doing. And I remember thinking to myself how much I wish that I could just have his opinion, like even on a color or something. And then when when your children grow, they get a favorite color, they get a favorite show, they get something, this story is it was like so beautiful. You're just watching this child discover who they are. And then again, you had a community. It sounds like the whole time you had a community, and your husband's military. This is something that wasn't easy for your guys' lifestyle, the very masculine and feminine and things. This is something you were surrounded by. So to be that brave, I just want to thank you for sharing your story and sharing Judy's story, your guys' story. So tell her thank you for us or from us.
I will. Yeah, I asked her permission and she was like, yeah, totally. Like she really does want other kids to see. So she actually really would love to do like a video blog or something, because there's so many kids that feel like they're alone. And it really helped her when she saw other videos of other transgender kids. And that was a really big part in helping her see that it is possible and that she could be happy and accepted and loved, like things like that. So yeah, let's definitely do a part 2 because the best is yet to come. Like she came out at 9 and there's so much that goes into that part of the story. It's hard to sum it all up in 1 hour.
Oh yeah, I didn't even realize. I looked over and saw that we were barely over, and that's what the phone calls are now. So I can't even. I'm gonna keep that in the recording because it's very authentic. We're being interrupted, so I just appreciate you so much for being here. And again, yeah, tell Judy that we will talk to her soon. And thanks for being brave and sharing your story. And
Yes.
you're helping a lot of other moms.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm really very grateful to be able to put this out there because moms deserve to know that doing your best is good. You got to just make it up as you go, and you're not alone. So,
and find that support. Go find your tribe.
Find your tribe. Find that Facebook group that's going to hype you up when you get excited about something, or comfort you when you lose someone, or when the hard things come up. Like having a support group is absolutely essential, especially in this topic. So
yeah, which in the day and age of Facebook, we should not have any troubles finding some sort of group to be a part of. So just say that. So
that's
okay, cool. Well, thank you so much, Jess, for being here. And yeah, we'll talk to you guys later. You guys will have all of her information linked below because I do want to spotlight your business because you are a mompreneur. So we will put your information. And then it will also link the articles that you were talking about in the description as well. So thanks so much.
Awesome.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.